All right, so let's do a little walk around. Starting here at the front, you got your casters, of course, your headlights, footrest. Come around here, this is your little USB headlight panel. So to turn on the USB, right now everything's off. To turn on the USB, you just turn this one on, and that will bring the lights on. This gives you your actual battery voltage reading. Underneath here is your USB ports. So that turns on the USB, and it also gives power to the headlights. So if you want your headlights on now, just turn that button on and that'll turn the headlights on. During the day, of course, you don't need them, so turn that off, but you can still use that. But if you're not using anything, or if you don't want to see what the actual voltage is, just go ahead and turn that off to save a little bit of power. Armrests, I haven't put the pads on yet, but I'll do that here in just a second. Here's your drink holder, so it'll be underneath the pad. Just lift that up, you got your little drink holder there. Fold that back down, fold it away. The arms, of course, come up from both sides, so you can come in from either side. Here's your umbrella holder. It's got a little screw right here, so just drop in a regular size beach umbrella and then just kind of crush it with the screw to hold it secure. I put it right in the middle of the chair so you'll get the maximum sun protection. Here's your lever right down here, so just lift that up just like in a car, and you can adjust your back to whatever angle you want. Coming back around, here's your battery charger. To plug it in, or to charge, all you do is just plug this in. It's got an onboard charger, so just plug this in. And always, if you're not using the chair, like whenever you're not using it, even if you just go out for a little bit and come back, just always plug it in, because it has a smart charger, and it'll go up to full blast, and then it just floats. So always leave it plugged in when not in use. On the trailer here, what I did was I put 2 quick disconnects. So when you get to the beach, and if you want to disconnect your trailer, all you got to do is, and this is also a little foot that'll drop down. There's a little button here, little push button. Push that, and that will allow this to slide down. And then there's another button down there which will engage when it gets down low enough. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to disconnect it from the actual thing. So let me disconnect this. So here the disconnect is right here, so just push that, slide it out. Now let me try to get that guy. It's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, there we go. So now that went down and that clicked into that little spot, so that now it can freestand. You can leave this on if you want to, or if you want to take it off, you can just pinch right here and disconnect this as well. So that totally comes off, and then just it's very exact opposite to put it all back together. Here's your trailer. It's my first attempt using the Starboard stuff, so it's not a perfect fit, but it's definitely better than the canvas that we were going to do. Now these are held on, the walls are held on with like a locking Velcro. So if you need to remove the walls, like to support it, you can just pull these walls off, and then you can take the the walls, throw them in a trunk or something, and then put this on top of a car or something just to reduce the air resistance. And then when you go back in, those just lock back in like that. If you need to take the tires off, we got little quick disconnects here. So you just flip these up, pull this up, and now this wheel will fall off or come off. So that also helps it, makes it a little bit more handy for ease of transportation. Work our way around. If you need to disengage the motors, probably just like with your wheelchair. Now these little levers here are, I'm sorry that's what I have to use, but this is a stainless steel bolt. But to disengage, all you need to do is push both of these down like that, and then it will become a push chair. So if you have to push it, you can, but that's just an emergency. And then back up like that, back up, and they lock back into gear. Coming around. If you ever need to take the tires off, I haven't put it on yet, but there'll be a black cap on here, so this keeps the atmosphere out of the inside there. But if you need to take this tire off for any reason, don't mess with these 4 bolts. This holds the hub adapter onto the rim. There's an 11/16 inch nut in there. You just unscrew that, and then this wheel will slide off. Now the wheel is on what's called a tapered shaft, so you might need a gear puller. And of course, in the future, if you need to do this, I can show you how to do it. But you kind of have to bang it off to where it'll because it's like mechanically locked right now, so it doesn't even really need that screw. But when you take the screw off, you're going to have to kind of bang it a little bit, and then it will release and it'll slide right off. But I don't foresee you ever having to do that. Here's your batteries. I just put these batteries in with zip ties, so when you need to replace them, it's real simple. Just cut these guys. You can disconnect. Just follow everything that I've done. The red wire, the red boots to the red, the black to the black. Same on the other side. So just take note of that. And then you can actually just lift these up and slide these right out of the side. And then so slide this one out first, move this one up, and slide it out. So you don't have to take the seat off for any reason. Coming to the joystick. Very simple joystick. Turn on, right, just hit that button right there. That'll wake it up. Up top here is another battery gauge. This is your speed, so all the way left is the slowest, all the way to the right is the fastest. You got a little horn there. Now the joystick with this too, like say if you go somewhere and you want to leave the chair outside and keep it secure, what you can do is turn this off, pinch this little connector right here, and you can disconnect the joystick. Lift up the arm, there's a little screw right here, give that a little half a turn, and this joystick will come out. So this way nobody can just jump on the chair and take off. And then that just goes right back in there. Snug that guy up again. And this little, whoops, watch out for that. What are you hitting? Oh, I see what it was hitting. I put the joystick in too deep, so let's just, and what it was doing was hitting that arm, the stop. So again, sorry about this, but I only have one hand. So you just tighten that back up. That actually was hitting this, so now that just comes right back down. Coming around front. As far as oiling the tires, if they ever start to squeak, this is a Delrin spacer, this is a Delrin bushing. All you need to really do is just kind of spray, oil just all over this area on both sides. And that should get the oil in there and stop it from squeaking if it ever does start to squeak. If you need to take the casters off for any reason, just this single 3/4 inch nut, just take this off and the caster will just slide out of the bottom. And that's basically it. Very simple. Of course, if you have any questions, never hesitate to call me. But let's get this guy on the way to you. And I'm sure you know this, but after you hook your tow arm back on, and the reason this is it's not chrome, it's actually polished aluminum, but I forgot to give him that piece. So I kind of like the chrome; it gives a little bit of bling. But don't forget to push your little foot up. So just push that button again to let that button go in, and then just push it up, and it will lock back into place. Alrighty.